we go. Hey, everybody. Jason Shadwick with Premier Guitar, and we are in the Dunlop Cave here with our good buddy Brian. Brian Kehoe, you've seen him in many, many demos, and we always like to kick off the show by coming and hanging with you. And we have a couple pedals that we're going to talk about for this year's show. And the first one, what we were hearing on the intro, is the new MXR Octavio. So tell us about this one, Brian.
Well, this is your classic Octavio circuit, and a lot of people get confused about fuzzes and what they're doing and how to play them. This is a very woolly, very compressed square wave fuzz with a doubler on top of it. So people think, Octavio, it's going to give me all these octaves. Well, it's a doubler, it's a harmonic doubler, and it kind of gives you like this little whistle top end. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You go on the neck pickup and you want to play above the 10th fret, back the volume down just a little bit, and you'll get that kind of Hendrix Purple Haze kind of But it's so gnarly and nasty that you get like this kind of ring mod kind of thing. And when you hit double stops especially, and you bend them up, you get this thing called a heterodyne, and you're going to hear 3 notes. Even though I'm only playing 2, and as I bend it up, you're gonna hear a note bend down. Listen. It's kind of gnarly.
And when we have the fuzz and the output pretty much cranked on this almost all the way up.
Almost all the way up. Not totally, so that when I clean up, I can get a little steel drum.
Let's hear it. Let's turn the fuzz down and hear some of the kind of the lower fuzz settings.
So now you kind of get into like...
So that also kind of affects the mix as well a little bit, right? Yeah.
And you're kind of getting into like Beckland. Or like kind of garage blues.
Instant black keys.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I like it dimed. Well, not all the way dimed, but close to dimed. So anyway, one thing you have to learn when you're playing with fuzzes, and people, they plug it in, they go, oh, this sounds horrible. Well, it's supposed to. It's another palette on, it's another color on the palette. It's another spice to flavor things up with. But the thing is that you got to let the fuzz take time. You have to play differently with different fuzzes. You have to let that harmonic content stew.
Is that, are we talking silicone, germanium? What are we?
I'm sure this is silicone. Not germanium. Thing about the mystique with germanium is that when it finds its sweet spot, it's fantastic. However, it's not very stable. Yeah. Temperature, heat, cold can really change everything up, and especially depending on what you're playing into it and out of it, can change. Silicone. What am I talking about? Silicon. I don't know. I was sick that year in chemistry class. It's stable.
Yeah. All right, Brian. So tell us a little bit about the pricing and availability on the Octavio.
The street price is $129.99, and it's shipping now.
All right. You also have the Timmy, which we just did a first look video on. So just refresh us on that's you and Paul Cochran. You guys and Paul Cochran got together to put this in production.
Yeah, so I've been using a hand-wired Paul Cochran Timmy for like 11 years. I love this pedal, and I've been, please, call Paul. Somebody called Paul. Paul Cochran is this amazing designer and pedal maker. He makes his stuff in his garage, and he just can't keep up with the orders. And this thing is fantastic. And the mythology of like the Klon, this pedal actually delivers, in my opinion. I mean, it's a very non-obtrusive overdrive that you can set to a clean boost, a dirty boost, or just like a full-on overdrive. It's got 3 settings as far as clipping. There's a asymmetrical, a symmetrical, and a very open setting. And it's just fantastic. It sounds as good or maybe a little bit better than my original. Those are my personal tastes. Everyone is going to have a different.
But these are going to be more available than your hand-wired version.
Well, they're shipping now. They're $129.99. You can get them now, and they kick ass.
Cool. And you can go on to premierguitar.com and watch our first look video to hear all about it.
Yep. What are you trying to take?
Telling you.
Food out of my baby's mouth?
Next one, Q-Zone. We got here.
Q-Zone is a cocked wah. It's just a wah-wah pedal in a box, and you just move the what is it called? The peak. And here, I'll show you. You find that Michael Schenker spot? If I knew how to play it, it'd be awesome. But that's what it does. It's a cocked wah. If I knew how to play it, it'd be awesome.
I always love how it kind of gives this like lo-fi essence
Yeah,
to like the thing. Yeah. What's the top knob do? I can't really see. Is that?
That would be the Q, which stands for quality, but it's the shape of the wave. So when the Q is low, it's wide and fat and is affecting that frequency range. And as you turn it up, it peaks and it filters out just a certain frequency, and it gets really peaky, and it gives what I call the quack.
What'll be pricing availability on that?
$149 shipping now.
Now we also have some non-pedal stuff to talk about real quick. You
My
mentioned
favorite? Check out this nice leather strap with the Tri-Glide. Woo, baby! This is dope. I like leather straps because I'm a large and lovely man, and I don't like my stuff slipping around. I like natural fiber to kind of hang on to me. And then when you have the holes in there, sometimes I'm in between an extra large and a large. So it's either too small or too fat. But look, I can get the sweet spot with this nice little roller job. And then I look all classy with my nice Italian leather.
Yeah, right on.
Yep.
And what'll be the pricing on that?
You know, probably like 60, 65, you know, depending on what the dealers want to do. But pretty kick-ass.
And on the floor over here, we have a little accessory kit.
These rule. $70 for a full setup kit. You got your uni wrench, you got your fret collars, you got all these tools, multi-tool. Man.
Flashlight?
Yeah, you got a flashlight, you get a little polish, you get your string winders, you got some string cutters. This thing is amazing.
What's this thing here?
That's the uni wrench, so you can, you know, adjust the action on different stuff. It's cool. It has a setup gauge for pickups and for strings. I mean, it's nice. It comes in this really nice pouch. It's taped open. It's good. Well, there you go, dude. Nice prop. Here it is.
All right, Brian. So where can people go online to find out all about the pedals you guys make and everything else you do, from the loopers to the delays to the overdrives to everything else?
JimDunlop.com.
We're going to have you Octavio us out with some stuff. This is Jason Shadrick with Premier Guitar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.